Hi, today's Thanksgiving. I don't know when this video is gonna go up, but I really wanted to do a warm, shimmery, glittery, smoky eye. Let me show you actually the picture I found on Pinterest, which inspired me. I don't know whose picture this is because you know how things are on Pinterest that it barely ever gives you like credit as to who the artist even is. It's this picture right here. It's a really, really nice, okay, glittery, warm, smoky eye. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a little bit of under eye cream first. This is the It Bye Bye Under Eye Cream. I love putting this one before I put makeup on. It's really hydrating and it depuffs the under eyes. I tend to get really puffy under eyes sometimes, especially like today, because last night I didn't really sleep much. I fell asleep like at 2 something and then I woke up like at 3 something, and then my alarm was for 6 because I was doing a workout class at 7. So yeah, I didn't sleep much. The next thing I'm gonna do is put a little bit of this Hard Candy Sheer Envy Fix It Serum. It's coconut oil and hyaluronic acid. Coconut oil and hyaluronic acid are both very hydrating ingredients. However, if your pores do tend to get clogged pretty easily, I would stay away from coconut oil and anything that has coconut oil, because coconut oil tends to clog pores. Even though I'm gonna assume that the concentration on this is very minimal, I would still stay away just in case. I'm gonna let that absorb into my skin while I do my eyebrows. I'm using my Maybelline Total Temptation. It's a really good brow pencil. It's similar to the brow definer from ABH. It's a little wide. So if that's something that you don't really like, just keep that in mind. A lot of people prefer the Brow Wiz, which is much thinner. So if you like something like the Brow Wiz, you're gonna really like the NYX Micro Brow Pencil instead. Okay, I'm gonna use 2 more primers, which I know is it's a little extra. Okay, like let's be real, it's a little extra, but I am just using them in certain areas. This is the e.l.f. Blemish Control Face Primer. I've been having breakouts, so I'm just concentrating it in those areas. I have like a little bit of breakouts on my forehead and some on the cheeks. Now this primer, this is a Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer, and I bought a little mini one to try it out and I fell in love with it, guys. It's so good and it makes color just show up beautifully, and the foundation, the product really sticks to it, and it protects the skin from free radicals, so that's really good for your skin. You know, you don't want like a bunch of toxins and crazy stuff getting into your skin, because ultimately we filter that and that goes in our bodies. Okay, my hands are super slippery. So I just grab a little bit and I start working it into my face little by little. It's honestly so smooth, and if you have trouble getting foundation to stick to your nose, this is a good primer for that. I'm using the Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum. This is a little bit of a yellowy tinted foundation, so I'm mixing it with something a little more rosy and neutral. This is the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation, and it also has SPF in it. This one does, which is great because I'm not putting sunscreen on, which you should. You should put sunscreen on literally every single day, so don't listen to me. I just dab a little bit on the face, and then this one I put a little bit on the back of my hand, and I just put it all over my face. Now I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild flat foundation brush, and I'm going to start pressing that into the skin. When you start blending out your foundation with a buffing brush, you want to start pushing it into the skin first and not just kind of spinning it around, so you don't move around any primer that's under the skin that may still be a little damp. Now I'm going to go over that with my damp beauty sponge. Lately, that's how I like to do my foundation. I do it with a sponge. I do it with a brush and then I go in with a sponge and I go over everything. That way this removes any excess foundation that's just sitting on the skin, doing a whole lot of nothing, and it makes everything just look like skin, not like foundation is just sitting there. Okay, for contouring the face, I lately have been loving to use this Morphe G6 and the ABH Stick Foundation in Mink. And what I like to do instead of just drawing lines is I put a little bit on the bristles right there, you see? And then I just start working it into the skin. Let me get my mirror because if not it's gonna be all disaster. And this gives me a better control as to where the contour is going to go. I feel like if you just draw a line, you're just kind of swirling around the foundation under, and sometimes it gets lower and becomes a whole thing. So try this and let me know what you guys think. Then I go bringing it all the way up along the side of my face, just pushing it into my skin. No like swirling motions. And then after I put that on with the same sponge, I just lightly am going over all of that. Now I'm contouring my jaw and my chin area, same exact technique. And I'm just kind of putting like a half on the jaw and then half under instead of just all under, so I can really create that shadow. For concealer, I'm gonna be using my favorite concealer as of lately. It is so good. Guys, I'm seriously not kidding how good this concealer is. This is the Huda Beauty Overachiever Concealer. I use it in the shade Coconut Flakes, and it has this metal part. This is a new one I bought. I haven't even finished my old one and I bought a new one. That's how crazy in love I am with it. This metal part right here that is cold, and when it touches your under eyes and the product comes out, it just has this really nice cooling effect, and the scent on this is so good. And I'm a person that scents bother me. I have a lot of like allergies to things like that, and this scent does not bother me. It smells so good, like fresh, and a little goes such a long way. It looks like I put a lot there and I really didn't. I just got a dot, like nothing, and it just spreads out so much. Now I'm gonna now I'm gonna grab my damp beauty sponge and I'm going to start pressing that into my skin. Look, that's it blended out. Tell me that's not amazing. Look how brightening that is. Ooh, love it. Okay, so our base is done. Let's move on to the eyes. I'm so excited to use this on camera. I've tried filming with this palette. I'm not even kidding. This is the third time that I tried filming with the Morphe James Charles palette. So today I'm gonna do something a little warmer. We're gonna do something up my alley. Okay, so the first color I'm going into is Tune. It has a lot of kickback, and if you don't know what kickback is, it means when you go into the color that a lot of like powder is kind of flying everywhere. Just letting y'all know. Ooh, this feels like a deeper version of Makeup Geek's Peach Smoothie. Or not deeper. Maybe like more like yellowy. Yeah, like a more yellowy version of Peach Smoothie. So I'm just buffing that into the crease area. Now with the same brush, I'm gonna go into Code James. This is a beautiful color. I'm dying to see how this looks on the eyes. This is so pretty. All right, so I'm putting that color on the outer portion of my eye, but I'm bringing it toward the inner part as well. I'm just keeping it a little concentrated there on the outside, but I want it dispersed in the inner corner. Now we're gonna go into 10% off. This is literally a perfect look right here. Ooh, that right there alone as a palette, that's my shot. Oh, almost poked my eye out. So we're gonna go into this color right here now. This is a smaller blending brush. This is from the Wet n Wild brush collection. And we're gonna start placing that color right in the outer corner. I'm honestly just taking it all the way through. I was thinking of like going in here when I started brewing things in my head, but honestly I'm happy with this row right here. I love it. I think it's beautiful. It reminds me of the Rust Stack from Not Cosmetics. The next color we're going into, this is really annoying. these things, like the fact that the names are not on there. No beans. The names on this palette are so weird. I'm just putting that where I put the previous color. Just want to deepen that outer portion, because in the inner corner, it doesn't look like there's a lot going on, but in the inner corner, we're going to put very like boom glitter and shimmer that I've been dying to use. It's so beautiful, guys. You're going to love it. So we need to kind of balance it out on the outer corner so it doesn't look kind of too dead there. So we're making it a really smoky outer corner. That is super pretty. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. All right, let's put the shimmer before deepening it up more, because I want to put the shimmer first and then kind of blend out the darker black. Well, obviously black is dark. The black into the shimmer, you know what I mean? So then it doesn't look too overpowering. They kind of look like they're like blended into each other. This is so beautiful. This is Marc Jacobs Copperazi. It's their Glam Glitter Eyeshadow. Do you not just die? Look at how beautiful that is. I want them all. I want them all. So Santa, if you're listening, I want them all. I have one other one, which is a lighter, more silvery color that they have. But this one is perfect for the holidays. So I'm getting some with my MAC. Is it 242, right? Yep. And I'm just going on the top. There's a lot there, so I'm just gonna grab from there. And I'm going to start pressing that in. Look at how beautiful that is. Look at how reflective. I'm gonna put a little bit more. There's a little bit of like bald areas that I want to make sure are filled in. That looks so stunning. I'm obsessed with that product. I want them in all the colors. I'm gonna grab some of Code James and I'm gonna start blending that into my lower lash line, connecting it to the outer portion so it just looks like one big smoky goodness. Now I'm gonna grab a little bit of No Beans. We're just going in that gradient pattern. And I'm keeping it tight in the lashes, not bringing it down like I did with the others. Now we have everything kind of smoked out. I'm gonna get a clean, fluffy blending brush. And I'm gonna lightly just kind of pass that on the bottom, pass that right here on the edge. Do the same on this side. Gotta make sure everything looks smoky and not harsh. All right, now I'm gonna grab some of that black shade called Spooky. This one right here. You can grab any black color and you can do this look at home if you don't have this palette with any warm palette that you have, and just go in that gradient pattern. I'm grabbing this with a small blending brush. This is the Morphe M507. And we are gonna start packing her on to the outer corner, keeping her nice and tight and low on the lid, not bringing her too high up, because once you blend things out they end up going up anyways, so we're not doing that right now. I'm grabbing a little blending brush, one of the ones I used previously, and I'm going to start blending that out into the orange shades we used. It automatically starts blending itself into the shimmer shades. So you don't need to push it in just yet, because then it might get like kind of all over the lid and you don't want that right now. And then I'm blending the little bit I put on the outer corner of the lower lash line. And then I'm getting my handy dandy blending brush, the one I use to blend everything all the time. And I'm gonna make sure that that's all blended out. So now I'm just quickly popping on my lashes. I'm using the Lilly lashes in the style Miami, which I've recently become super obsessed with. They're so beautiful. I also put a little bit of black mascara, lined my upper lash line with NYC Liquid Liner, and I lined my waterline with some waterproof black pencil. I'll put all the products in the description box below in the order that I use them in. Now let's finish the rest of the face. I'm using the BECCA Be a Light palette, and I'm going into this bronze shade right there. And I'm going with a really nice fluffy wispy brush. This is the Morphe M500. And I'm going to just lightly pass that over the areas that I contoured. Now I'm going to use the butter bronzer just to deepen up the contour. I'm concentrating it to right where I contoured. I'm using this highlighting brush that I use for contouring, not highlighting obviously. Now for blush, I'm going to use a little bit of an Apricot shade. This is Wet n Wild's Icon Blush in Apricot in the middle. It has a little bit of gold reflex in it, so think of NARS Orgasm, except not pink. It's more of an orangey shade. Just going to pop that right on the apples. Ooh, you can see that gold glow right there. Now, highlighter. I'm using the Physicians Formula highlighter that I have recently absolutely fell in love with. I don't know what took me so damn long to get on this, but I'm obsessed. Look at how pretty that is. Now let's put a little bit of setting spray before we move on to the lips. For lips, I want something nudie, but a little brownie. Okay, so for lips, I'm gonna use Lipland's liquid lipstick in Empire. Okay, so I put that on the outer portion. Now for the inner portion of my lips, I'm using MAC's Creme de Nude. I like it. It like lightened up the color a little bit. Looks really cute. So this is the finished look. What do you guys think? I hope you guys are having an amazing holidays. I know that there are so many things out there that you can possibly do to celebrate the holidays and the winter season, but I hope you guys are celebrating it with people you love, people that make you happy. Watching my videos. If you guys want any more like this for the holidays or of different colors, I've been seeing that green and gold is really popular right now, so I think I might do like a little emerald green or like a turquoise and gold combination for you guys. Let me know what you think. I love you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.